Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. In today's video, we are going to talk about how I have been 14 days fasted. I haven't ate any food in 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, day 14, this day is not like the other days. And the reason why is because, well, there's many different factors, but I'll start off with the fact that last night I decided to dream walk, right? Now, if you watch some more understanding of dream walking, the different purposes of it, and how to do it according to the Ascanati, I have a video on my Patreon for that, right? Link down below. Now, with that being said, right, I did that to really just like see the depths of my unconscious mind because even last night I was feeling certain emotions pop up, which typically I would avoid, but I'm aware of the fact that I need to go through these things, especially while fasting. A lot of deep repressed emotions are going to pop up, which you may have ignored, especially through food, right? And that's exactly what was happening. Like even last night, like when certain stuff was popping up, bro, my desire for food went down so low. Like literally, because I recognize that it's just me trying to freaking be on some pleasurable BS, and like that stuff don't freaking matter. Like before stuff was popping up, I was planning like, okay, whenever I do start eating again, I'm gonna make this alkaline dish, that alkaline dish. I was gonna go stupid. Bro, I have no desire for that, bro. That joint made me mad even thinking that. That joint made me mad even thinking about how I had those thoughts. I'm like, bro, you just want to taste something so bad, or pleasure demon, like. And then this morning, cause I'm a little bit all over the place right now, but I'm gonna get a bit more linear. But this morning, you know, I walked to the park to like meditate in the sun and stuff like that. Then I walked back, and it was like 2 summers ago, right? Where like I would like go to that park, work out a little bit, then I would order some food, and then I would watch shadow hunters while eating the food. You feel me? And as I was walking back, I instantly remembered like the order that I used. 'Cause it used to be the same thing. It used to be like this vegan egg, sausage, and cheese sandwich from B. Onos with the tater tots. That joint good. I ain't gonna cap. But I'm walking back to the crib, and I just felt that urge come up, and that joint pissed me off. I'm like, bro, like, stop. You feel me? Like I don't like it. Just pissed me off because I'm noticing that like people. Like, I really was just eating just to eat stuff, bro. But that's not the anger. That's not where all the anger is coming from, because a lot of anger and hate just popped up randomly. Like deep seated repressed anger and hate just started coming up to the forefront. And I'm aware of the fact that while inside these states, I'm very disconnected from my divinity. But I'm also aware of the fact that in order to overcome that, I need to actually go through that, understand it, forgive it, and overcome it. You see? So yeah, like when it came to like just random stuff that was popping up last night, and then the dream walking experience that I had and stuff like that, bro, bro, so much repressed emotion came up, and then I could even feel the part of me that would have liked to eat food in order to suppress those emotions, bro. I could feel it, bro, and it's annoying. Like it's also annoying. It's a lot of annoyance, anger, and hate, and it's like it's not even that I want to direct it towards anyone or anything in the outside world, because I know that no matter, because I mean, granted, there are people in the outside world that I could be like, hey, I don't mess with you for a good reason, right? But even that's just a reflection of certain states of being with inside of myself, which I'm aware of, right? So it's like all this anger, hate, and annoyance that I feel, even if I wanted to project that on like an external factor, it's really all just coming from myself. The anger, hate, and annoyance that I have for myself, mainly for living inauthentically. Like, even though I mentioned the food stuff, that's not where like this, that's not where this emotion was coming from. Like these emotions were coming from several different things, like past events that like, made me feel certain ways, and then looking at stuff in the present and being like, I don't mess with that. I don't mess with that. And then even going like, yo, when you go on social media, bro, you see so many people who are just filled with like trauma, and they're just dumping that on the gram. and that's annoying. But it's like it's really just the anger, hate, and annoyance that I have for myself for living inauthentically and creating certain things for myself, you know? And that's where I need to recognize that and actually forgive that in some stuff, which I've been doing, you know? Like, I wouldn't be a spiritual coach and a basic life coach if I didn't know how to handle this type of stuff. You know, I'm really good with this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's just annoying, bro. It's annoying feeling the annoyance and the anger and the hate. Like, bro, like if I could, bro, I would want to be in a room just slicing up stuff and just punching everything. That's how I really feel, bro. That's how I really feel. And once again, I can't pinpoint it to any like one specific thing. This is just stuff that I've always felt inside myself, which is surfacing as I'm not eating anymore, you know? These are probably emotions that I used to, shove food in my mouth and say, it's okay, without even realizing it, you know? That's why I decided to go to the depths of my unconscious mind because, like, as I get deeper inside myself, I could feel the repressed stuff. I'm like, let me actually dream walk and see what's going on. And last night was just so chaotic, bro. And the stuff I experienced, that made me so mad, bro. The people inside there, the things that happen. But I understand the different representations, how those are just different aspects of my own life force interacting with each other and stuff like that. And it's just like, I understand it. You feel me? And now it's just time to work through it. And I've been forgiving myself for a lot of stuff that happened in the past, bro. Just recognizing that, all the times I acted out of unawareness, it's okay. I actually made a post for my Instagram about that. You feel me? Let me actually read that joint out real quick. This joint says, day 14 fasting, no food at all. I forgive myself for all the times I didn't know myself, for all the times I acted out of ignorance and not self-love, for all the times I damaged my vessel while chasing pleasure, for all the times I forgot my divinity, for all the times I strayed from my path, for all the times I lost myself. I'm more rooted in myself than ever before, but I forgive those times when I stray from my core. Facts. You feel me? Forgiving yourself is really the first step to really like changing yourself and changing your life because let's say that all my anger, hate, and annoyance was directed towards outside forces. Nothing on the outside would change if I didn't change my inside because everything I see on the inside is the effect, not the cause. People think that the outside is the cause of why they feel how they feel, but really it's the effect of it's really the effect of how you feel on the inside. And somebody may say that's not true. I didn't feel this way until that happened. Understand that when that thing happened, it brought out what was already inside of you. You see what I'm saying? Because if that wasn't inside of you, you would react to whatever happened outside of you way different. Like if something bad happens, right? And then you perceive it as bad, you can only perceive it as bad because a part of you aligns with the perspective of those things being quote unquote bad. But if you were a person who saw everything as neutral or as good, no matter what happened, you would see it as neutral or good and you wouldn't feel any ways about it. So whenever things on the external happen, it really is a reflection of your internal state of being. And the outside situation is just trying to pull that out of you in order to make you realize what's been going on deep down inside you. And it's okay to face that and accept that. It's okay to sometimes feel hateful and angry and annoyed and want to just crash out. What's not okay is repressing these emotions, and what also is not okay is acting out of them based upon ignorance. Because that's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to just, because right now the way I feel is F everybody, right? But it's not like anybody did anything. I mean, some people in my life really did do stuff, you feel me? Or people that used to be in my life did stuff, right? But it's like, there's people who ain't do nothing to me where right now in my current state I feel like F you. But if they try to talk to me, I ain't gonna say F you. I might say, listen, bro, I'm not in the mood right now. I gotta work through my stuff real quick. But I ain't gonna say F you. A lot of people will just feel this type of stuff and then punish the external world for how they feel. And when they do that, they're only gonna get more and more of what they didn't want inside themselves. You feel me? So yeah, bro, that's what's going on with me on day 14, bro. It's a lot of repressed emotion popping up that I gotta work through, which kind of sucks that happened today because like it makes sense. Today is a new moon in Leo, and new moons in Leo are all about like Well, there's several different things that the new moon in Leo does, but one of those things is make you express, like it makes you more inwardly expressive of your emotions and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, but the main reason is because I have a wedding. My boy's wedding is today. Now, granted, when I go there, I know I'm gonna be able to easily switch on chameleon and stuff, but it's just like, dang, bro, man, it's so much stuff that I'm feeling right now, which I could say I wish I didn't feel, but low key, since I'm aware of the higher perspective and I still have some contact with my divinity besides the emotions that are popping up, I'm able to actually appreciate these emotions and honor them and work through them. And it's very reminiscent of like past lives with the Ashkenadi when I was in Eberron. I actually shared more past life history on my Patreon recently when I first got to Eberron. What I didn't share though is my second time being in Eberron, right? Which I'm not gonna get in depth into all that right now, but just know that there was a period of time when like I was trying to be on like some like angelic, positive, loving stuff, but that wasn't working, and I had to unleash the dragon inside me. And at first, it came out as a lot of hate, anger, annoyance, aggression, but at some point, got transmuted into true, authentic power. Right? It became true power and authenticity, and true assertiveness. You know what I'm saying? And at this period of time in Eberron, before I was messing with like the humans, the angels, all these different beings. Once that stopped working, I just went to Arganessen, which is a continent that's just full of dragons, and they taught me all about my dragon nature, the dragon prophecy that was happening on the planet and stuff like that. How I'm supposed to fulfill it, how to access the different aspects of my dragon self and stuff like that, and how to overall properly use the energy without destroying myself in the external world. You feel me? So it's kind of like I'm doing that again right now. And I'm not saying like F the peace. I'm just saying I gotta accept the aggression that's popping up and the anger and shit, and work through that. You feel me? But yeah, shit is deep, low key. But I'm gonna end the video right there. Love you all. Catch my next video. Peace. The freak out.